Wow, this must be a great show. Hello, Moonlight Adventure family. I hope everyone has had a fantastic and blessed weekend. I know that ours has been interesting, always blessed, and it's been fun. We just here sipping on, what are these? The orange creamsicle? Orange creamsicle crushes that Juice Girl made me.
Using our carnival straws.
Carnival straws.
Woo-hoo. They're super thick.
That's what she said. But I hope everyone's doing great out there. Yeah, there we go. Got to get my producers got to get me straight here. So again, it's kind of been a weird weekend. I know we put out some messages to you guys so you'd be aware of what was going on with us. We had some folks that decided to hack us, or someone decided to hack us or hack Chasidy.
Yeah.
So if you see anything from a person named Hollis, delete him. That is not Chasidy, and report him to Facebook. So anyway, that happened. So she's been rebuilding her Facebook, and we've been trying to get all remnants of Mr. Hollis out. And no, it had nothing to do with Gunner Wayne.
No.
And we've got tonight, we've got Mike Lovelace, and he's in the green room waiting on us. Pretty fired up to have him on, and it's gonna be a boost to our channel, and hopefully it'll be a boost to his. First, let's go ahead and let's welcome our mods. We greatly appreciate each and every one of our mods: Meg, Danny, Amy, Kenny, and Kelly and Tammy. Thank you guys for what you do. I appreciate you guys being mods. And if anyone else is interested in helping us as a moderator, please let us know, because we will gladly take the help. All right, now let's get in. Let's see who all's in the room. Mr. Paul, first in the room. How's it going, my friend? Had a great night last night on the Harry Potter trivia. He was, were Caitlin not in the room, he would have won that thing for sure. Boy, she's smart. She's on it. Mod of all mods, Meg, is in the room. Hello, Meg. Good to see you. Kentucky Travelers. Tom is on the mend, and it's great to hear that he is feeling better. So good to hear from you guys. Great that you are feeling good. Brenda, glad you're in the room as well. My airborne brother from another mother, Troy S., in the house. Yeah, please, everybody, smack that thumbs up. Help us out. It won't cost you a dime, but it'll help us a ton. Greg from SCT Adventures. We were up late last night, Greg. I had to sleep in a little today to catch up. And we got Scott from Kicking It Country. How's it going, my friend? I hope you got them kids straightened out last night.
Hey, video games can get intense.
Yeah, they can. Fortnite.
Yeah.
Cruise Nuts, welcome in, gents and ladies. Good to have you. And looky here, Amy from Amethyst Haze. We missed you last night on the panel, but we did see you in the chat. Good to have you in. Cool Gamer, he's becoming a regular. Good to see you in here. He or she, I didn't mean to misgender you. You can let me know if you're a lady or a man. And let's see here. Where are we at? It jumped on me for a second. Cool Gamer. Antoinette. Hey, friend. Hey. The mom of YouTube, Antoinette. The grandma of YouTube, Sandra Crow. She will be here with us next week on our lives, and we're excited. She's going to talk about ancestry, and we're also going to do some wine tasting on Friday with Grandma. It's going to be a great and fun time. And I believe I'm caught up. Oh, I missed Destinations Delight. Hey, guys, welcome in. And I'm sure we'll have more. It looks like I missed Janice, too. Yep, there's Janice. Hey, Janice, good to have you in the room. Thanks for coming in. All right. So, as always, or recently, actually, because we've just gotten big enough that we actually have folks wanting to sponsor this thing, believe it or not. We have a sponsor tonight. So if you guys would just pause for a minute and check out a word from our sponsor.
Tonight's live stream is brought to you by Blockbuster Video, where with your membership you can check out all the latest in VHS and DVDs. Stay till the end of the live stream and find out how you could get a free cruise.
Thanks, Herman. We appreciate that, bub. Man, he's on it. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, that video there, it showed some games too. So they've got games there. It looked like the original PlayStation games in that video there. So that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's like the throwback. All that stuff's coming back. So.
It is. Yeah, go check out Blockbuster Video. I appreciate them sponsoring us. All right. So on the show, or actually we've got something else to talk about. So we talked about starting the Moonlight Adventures Gap, which is for giving and philanthropy. So the first thing we're going to do, and we're going to have to do this in quick fashion, we want to give to the Groovin' for St. Jude. And what we would like to do is we would like to ask each one of you guys. So let me back up so I can say this correctly. So if you watch Danny, he has the wheel of names. So we're gonna do one of those wheels, and on that wheel we will put we'll put dares or shots that you would like for us to consume. And for a donation, you'll be able to get a spin on the wheel, and we will do whatever the wheel falls on. So, and then we also will do $10 or above dares. Those are things that we will do on the cruise ship. Now, these dares on the cruise ship, obviously they're going to be in public, but the dares that we do on the spinning wheel will also, they can be public. They can be at the beach. We live close to Virginia Beach. You name it, whatever you want us to do, to include nasty shots or whatever. And we'll get pricing and stuff out for that later. And you'll pay for it through the PayPal. And what we will do is once we collect all the proceeds, we'll let everybody know how much we collected, and we will donate that during the Grooving for St. Jude on our cruise coming up on June 4th.
Yeah.
All right, producer, keep me straight. So with that, tonight on the show, we have Mike Lovelace, and he'll be coming on to judge what I did with a poor man's burn-ins. And this is going to kind of be a segue into him, kind of his coming out party for his new channel, and kind of what he's going to do on there. So also, if anyone has any birthdays or anniversaries, throw that in the chat. We'd like to celebrate with you guys and tell you happy birthday, happy anniversary. Mike, I believe he celebrated one, or it was an anniversary. I think it was an anniversary for Mike and Michelle. Yeah. And if you 19 years, it's a great accomplishment. Yeah, he's nodding yes in the green room. So happy anniversary to you guys. It's actually a bigger accomplishment for Michelle, I believe. And then let's see.
Cruise and vacation.
Yeah, cruise and vacation countdowns, or cruise and travel countdowns. So we have some folks that do land-based, so we don't want it to just be what you're doing for cruising, but also if you have a land-based vacation coming up, or just anything you want the people to know about, just
Our countdown is 20 days.
We are at 20 days, and we will be selling out of Norfolk, Virginia
on the Magic.
On the Magic.
Yes.
Straws.
Yeah, they're so.
I'm
not gonna say it.
So we've made friends with someone new on Facebook. She's new to us. It may not be new for some of you guys, but Entertainer Charlie, if some of y'all know about her. So she's going to be part of the fun squad on board I saw Alaska and I almost said Alaska, on board the Carnival Magic. So she has a really cool Facebook page where she does some live stuff and talks about all things Carnival. So you can go and like and subscribe to her Facebook. All right. So Amy is 66 days out from Alaska, and then she has a group cruise in 152 days. Traveling Gilberts, 2 weeks from today. I'm not jealous. Actually, we're about that close. We're getting there. So
yeah,
happy for you guys. Janice, and this is going to be Janice's first cruise, I believe. She's 118 days until she embarks on the horizon. And Meg is 75 days out until the Valor with Mr. Paul. Congratulations. And SCT is 10 days out from the Valor. And you guys all are well aware of how much we enjoy the Valor. That is a great ship. And I know you guys are going to have a great time. All right. So without further ado, we're going to bring Mr. Mike Lovelace onto the screen from Luvy's Fat Life, but also from Carolina Blue Smoke Outdoor Cooking. Welcome, Mike. Did I do that to you? Hold one. I don't think I did that to you. Did I hide you?
You can't hear me then.
You there, Mike?
I'm here. Do I need to go out and back in? I don't know. I was there and then all of a sudden I went away. Let me go back out and come back in.
Yeah, go out and come back in. I don't want to do that, I don't think. It was when I went here. So, hey, as always with Moonlight Adventures, we're bound to screw something up. So there we go. I'm going to kick him from the studio. Let's see if he's able to come back in. Let's see if that helped. Let me get in contact here with the production team and see what's going on. This is what happens when you associate with Blockbuster Video.
Somebody said that they're still open. There. There we go.
All right, one more again. Let's see if we can get Luvy in here. There we go. How you doing, Mike?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Man, finer than frog hair split 4 ways.
Man, that's the first time I've ever been kicked out. My wife's kicked me out a few times, but it's the first time I've been. It could be my Atari 20. It could be my Atari 2600 setup here too.
Yeah, you're flashing in and out. That's weird.
I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's something from the traveling Gilberts floating over into the Trons, probably.
It might be.
Yeah, there may be some orbs floating through the Trons, man. Ooh, that was a little creepy.
That was.
Well, it is Sunday, and the enemy tries to get mad at you on Sundays when you've been doing good. So maybe the enemy's mad at me or something there.
That's probably why our stuff. So that's probably why our stuff is clear, because we've been running with the devil over here.
That's a Van Halen song, right? Yeah, I remember that.
Yes,
I've seen Van Halen in concert a few times.
All right, so if you would, Mike, if you would just tell us a little bit about. So I think everybody in the room, I'm fine with you talking about Luvy's Fat Life, but I think you probably want to talk about Carolina Blue a little bit more. So, you go ahead and let us know a little bit about you and what you're all about.
Well, if I go completely out, I'm going to have to check my cords again here. So I don't know what's going on all of a sudden. It's on the blip. We may need to get Kicking the Country to pray over these cords or something. I don't know.
Need to cast the demons out.
Yeah, cast the demons out of here. Wow. Let me go back out can I go back out in the studio and check these cords real quick, or
you can do whatever you
green
need to
room
do,
real
man.
quick?
We've got some. You know what? What I will do is I will show everybody a little taste of what they're going to get tomorrow.
You could show the video, and during that video, I can. I've just watched the video right before. I can watch it again, but check these cords again.
Yeah. That'll work. That'll work.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to remove you and kick him. There we go.
Kick him out.
Kicked him on out. Kicked him out. So, what we're talking about tonight is this video that we'll bring up. Hey, you gotta be able to pivot and move. But also, before we talk about that, we had Gunner Wayne in the studio and out and about yesterday, and we did a photo shoot with him, and we're going to premiere exactly pretty much everything that happened during that day And this is we're going to build his brand with some of this somehow.
We had a 10-minute photo shoot that lasted 3 hours.
Yeah, and he ended up on Danny's show too. But here's a little piece of that.
Oh, nothing better than the wind whipping through my hair in a jacked up golf cart with Sir Josh. Oh my goodness. Also have the lady Chasidy here with us as well. I never thought this day would come. I never ever thought this day would come. But here we are on our way to do a photo shoot. I'm about to be the world's largest crater. And my generosity for this opportunity is through the roof and all the way up into the star. Oh, slow down there, Mr. Josh. But my generosity is galactical.
So there you have it. That's just that's 5 minutes, or not even 5 minutes. That's 44 seconds. It
We
felt
took
like
him for
5 minutes.
a little golf cart ride.
Yeah, he
It
wanted to
was,
play on the playground, and man, I'm gonna tell you what, it was something else. But so now that that's over with, give me a thumbs up if you're ready, Mike.
All right.
All right, so Mike is ready, and so this is what a professional crater looks like right here, back in the house.
I don't know
Hey,
about
looky there.
that.
There we go.
You even got your ticker now. Yeah, you good.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I don't know. I don't know.
Did
Hey,
you figure it out? Was something?
Everything seemed okay. I went ahead and unplugged everything again, plugged it back in. You know, I don't have my wife here with me, so she probably wasn't here to tell me what to do. And after 19 years, I don't know what to do half the time. She tells me what to do. So
yeah, Michelle would have blessed everything before y'all came.
yeah.
All right, man. Well, give us a little rundown of you, what you do, and what your channels are about.
Yeah, so we started out, I kind of said in the intro video on the Carolina Blue Smoke Barbecue, we started out as just my name many years ago. Believe it or not, I've had a YouTube channel for about 16 years. I used to do powerlifting many years ago and compete up and down the East Coast in powerlifting contests. And used to put out videos on powerlifting. Eventually got out of that, and luckily deleted all those videos off the channel. And probably 5 or 6 years ago, started doing a lot of cooking, more cooking than I normally have. I've been cooking since I was 7, 8, 9 years old with my dad and family. And when I was a teenager, I started cooking on my own. My dad kind of, let me do my own thing. And I started cooking from early teens, 13, 14 years old. And so I've been cooking for almost 40 years, 35 to 40 years. Started out on one of those little Brinkman smokers, that you have that you can get at Lowe's now for about $30. And I started really getting into the Pitmaster shows and following all those. And I wanted to enter some competitions. So I had a custom smoker built, and we were doing a lot with church, doing a lot of church events and cooking with church and doing a lot of volunteer stuff. So I wanted to start entering some cooking contests. So in those, you have to use, all wood or charcoal. You can't use gas. So originally I bought it's called a Carolina pig cooker. It's made in Sanford, North Carolina. And I bought one of those, but then I wanted to do the competition. So I had one custom built in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, called a Shirley Fabrication smoker. And it's called a reverse flow smoker. And there wasn't a lot of them out at the time. The guy does really bang up work. It's awesome. He's like on a 3-year waiting list just to have his smokers custom built. He does a lot of them for professional athletes. And he's just well thought of in the custom work, the metal sheet metal work. So I started doing events and stuff, and started doing weddings, started doing a lot of church events. Next thing you know, I put a video out for that reverse flow smoker, and it started doing really well. And it's not a great video by any means, because I was new at video and trying to use editing software and stuff. So we did that for a couple of years. I was doing the catering on the side. Anthony was able to adopt him. We couldn't have children of our own. We adopted Anthony. We were foster parents, and then we were able to adopt him. And then a lot of the times I was doing the cooking was during holidays like Easter or Thanksgiving or Christmas. So we started wanting to spend more time with him instead of taking that time away from him. And we said, hey, let's turn this channel into a family. We started traveling a lot more. And I said, let's do the cooking and traveling. So we came up with Luvy's Fat Life, or I did. It was kind of making joke of ourselves, fat, food, and travel. Michelle said, heck no, right off the bat. And then the more she thought about it, we kind of laughed at ourselves and said, okay, let's do the food and travel. So we did that. And it's just been a positive thing for our family. We're able to go out and travel, film it, document it. We did like many other people were just documenting it for Anthony down the road. And then we got into cruising, and we really liked the cruising part of it. We didn't think Anthony would like it or not, and he loved it. We love the Smoky Mountains, the Tennessee, Tennessee and North Carolina mountains. We live in North Carolina. So that's kind of where we've always focused on, is the beaches, the mountains, the Smoky Mountains, and cruising. And it's gotten to the point where a couple of years ago, behind the scenes, I'll just go ahead and mention his name, not trying to name drop or anything, but Tony from Lolita Loca was talking to me behind the scenes about something. And he said, hey, I think your channel would be better off if you split your channel off, and I'd heard that a lot of people said that if you focused on one thing more than the other, your channel would grow a lot more. And I didn't want to do it because it's part of FAT, food and travel. But here lately, I felt like our channel was losing, like on our Luvy's Fat Life page. A lot of the friends of mine in the barbecue world, I'll go to their Facebook pages, and there's a lot of conversation in their Facebook pages, but they won't come talk on the Fat Life channel because it feels like it's mostly travel. And I think I've lost our channel. Luvy's Fat Life has lost a lot of those followers. So I started thinking more and more about it. And I said, hey, maybe now's the time to do it, and we'll split this off. How we came up with Carolina Blue Smoke is I'm a Carolina fan from North Carolina. North Carolina's called the Tar Heel State. And if you know anything, if you really know barbecue, and blue smoke is what you try to achieve when you have a good, clean burning fire. It's called a thin blue smoke. It's a translucent smoke that you really don't see smoke at all. So that's kind of an old term in the barbecue world, pitmaster term. It's called a blue smoke. It's really not even blue at all. It's just translucent. So I just put Carolina Blue Smoke, added the barbecue. I already had the pig designed already from Luvy's Barbecue. And I put it on our Facebook page a couple of weeks ago and said, hey, just to get an idea. I kind of already had that name picked out in my mind. And then people kind of acknowledged the top 2 votes were Carolina Blue Smoke Barbecue or just Blue Smoke Barbecue. So me and Michelle talked more about it, and she's like, hey, I really like that name. So we split that channel starting yesterday. So it's going to be a long haul. We know it's going to take a long time to get that channel built back up. Saturday or Friday night, I went back and pulled all the videos of food off of Luvy's Fat Life and created a playlist on the Carolina Blue Smoke. So if people do go to that YouTube channel now, there is a playlist of over 100, I think it's 125 to 130 videos of cooking that is from Luvy's Fat Life and Luvy's Barbecue that are on that page. And I only have one video now from Carolina Blue Smoke, and that's the intro. So all the new cooking videos we put out will be put on that one. Now, Luvy's Fat Life, a lot of people are asking, don't lose your logo. I like your logo. What's going to happen with that channel? We're going to leave it the same. Just the food part of it will be doing the restaurant reviews. Like we put one out today on the bonsai sushi and the deli on the Carnival ships. We're going to focus more on food reviews, like restaurant reviews and food reviews on traveling, and just anything that we cook and outdoor cooking will go on the new page. So that's kind of let everybody know what we're doing, kind of the direction we're going. And if it doesn't work, if Carolina Blue Smoke just kind of sits there and everybody's like, hey, we'll just pull it all back together again.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of came to the same conclusion. And you and I think we watch a lot of the same creator channels with Think Media, and we use TubeBuddy a lot, and I listen to Mr. Beast and his ideas, and a lot of oh shoot, can't remember the other guy's name, but anyway, listen to a lot of the stuff, and that's why we split ours up. And I still don't know if we're going to have the bandwidth to do the 4 channels that we've got, but we're going to try. I mean, at least I've hired Gunner Wayne, and he can help. I think
he seems very well equipped to handle that part of your division of your channel. So I think he'll go at it wide open and be able to do that. And that's one thing I fought that for a long time, because other friends of mine would be like, well, Mike, all you got to do is load it up on a different channel and put a different intro on it. It's still you. It's just you. When you talk, you got to say, hey, I'm Carolina Blue Smoke instead of Luvy's Fat Life. But even on the video that I cut the other day, I had to edit it a few times. I said, hey, I'm Mike from Luvy's Fat Life. Because it just rolls off your tongue after so long,
Yeah, but I mean, I think, and we have the top shelf taste test, which is not just barbecue, but I'm a barbecue guy, and then, we've become friends with Texas Pepito, and he's in the room, by the way. Hello, Billy J Travels, Blaine from Rayleigh Creative, Traveling Gilberts. Hello, guys. Just noticed y'all jumping in the room. But yeah, I mean, I think we've got a good enough group here that, we can do some things. And I thought this was a good opportunity for both of our channels to try and get some of that food stuff out there. So I think you'll do well. I mean, you're definitely, we're new to this. You've been doing it for a little while, and I'm actually going to, I'm going to use a Greg Welch term. I'm going to draft off you a little bit and try to do some things the way you do it, because you've hit on something good, I believe. But anyway, without further ado, what I'd like is, the most recent taste test video that we did was our poor man's burn ends. And I love burn ends, but sometimes you may know as well as me, it's hard to find pork belly. So, how can you do pork, burn ends without pork belly or brisket? And so what I chose to do was to get a chuck roast and butterfly it, and go from there. So, I'm not going to get upset if you tell me you feel like there's a better way of doing something. And, I just kind of like your take on how we did it.
Yeah.
So,
are you going to share that video? Because the way you did it was definitely different. I've not seen it done that way. I will say this up front, though. The great thing about barbecue, and me and Texas have picked around about it. Me and Blaine have picked around about it. Billy J comes in here and talks stuff on Carolina barbecue all the time. I love all barbecue.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if it's meat, it's me. I like it. I mean, any kind of barbecue is me. There's no bad barbecue in my opinion. There's just different types and styles of barbecue. To me, barbecue is one of those things that pulls all cultures together. And I'm not trying to get all religious on you, but if you look in the Bible, a lot of things that the good man did himself, it was around food and stuff. So it brings cultures together. It brings people together. And not everybody cruises, not everybody travels, but everybody eats.
Everybody eats.
So that's one thing I think in the niche of cruising that we forget sometimes, is that not everybody can cruise, or not, some people get seasick and they don't like it. But the barbecue or the cooking part of it, everybody cooks, A lot of people have a grill. Ladies grill a lot. It shocked me when me and my wife first met, and she told me I was married once before, and my wife was married once before, but she told me she did all the grilling. I thought, man, where was his man card? I guess, I mean, it blew me away that she used to do the grilling in that house. I was like, what in the world? What kind of man? I mean, I know it's Sunday, Lord forgive me, but I was like, how? What? I mean,
I can't work the grill. I don't
I
even
mean,
know.
my wife, she would, I mean, it was a gas grill, but she went out there and she'd grill. I was like, what are you doing? No, the grill's mine. You don't step on that, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And there's no way it's art. To me, it's art. You know, and how you get that smoke in there, and how you get because I love, even if it's not burnt ends, if I'm just doing a butt, man, that bark for me is where it's at. That's why I like burnt ends so much. But
yeah, Billy J's talking about carnival barbecue, and everybody knows my opinion on it. I've never ripped anybody as bad as I ripped carnival on that one, but I'm gonna tell you right now, carnival has got to do better than that. Now
I'm gonna tell
I'm
you, them
really
beans are
looking
terrible,
forward.
man. Them beans are terrible.
Next January, we're supposed to go on the Horizon, and that's supposed to have a guys on it, pig and anchor. So I get to finally try a pig and anchor.
We've never tried it either.
No.
And I'm telling you, those carnival lovers in here that keep talking about, that have the carnival flag, which I got a lot of carnival stock too. And I wish it was better than that. I've said this before, they need to take, like, on the Freedom, which I love the Freedom ship. They need to take that old fashioned barbecue and just gut it, bring a guy's chicken in there. What is it called? The chicken shack or whatever it is. Get it out of here. Because that is the nastiest thing. How do you mess beans up? You might as well open up a can of beans.
I know.
I'd rather have beans out of a can than somebody give me hard beans. I mean, how do you mess beans up?
It was kind of like, so I was down in Southern California, and I went to an authentic Mexican restaurant, and I had those frijoles that Beach Please talks about. But the Mexican frijoles, that's kind of really what they were. They didn't have any kind of barbecue or smoky flavor to them at all. They were just beans, But
just like pinto beans,
yeah, remember when we had them on the Valor? They were just bad. And then, like you say, and I was telling her, I was like, well, this is scratching my barbecue itch, but it's not. No, I'm not ever going to eat this again. We didn't even seek out barbecue on our last ship, so. No. I mean, we're pretty particular about our barbecue.
No, but I'm ready to see.
Yeah, I do want to try pig and anchor, and we'll give an honest assessment too of that. And maybe when do y'all go? You said on the Horizon.
We go in January on the Horizon. We're going back to the ABC. We just loved our Freedom cruise. We got to hit Aruba and Bonaire, and we absolutely loved Bonaire. And I think Aruba, we didn't, I don't think, like the excursion as great as we did Bonaire, but we're going back in January on the Horizon. We've never been on the Horizon, and we hear great things about that ship. So we're really looking forward to going back to the ABCs. Yeah. But that ship, I heard, has a guy's pig and anchor, so we want to try it out at least. But I'm like you. I mean, if it, if it's not good, I'll never eat it another one again. I'll just give up on it. I won't do it again. I mean, there's one thing. I understand you're out in the middle of the ocean. You can't have a reverse flow or offset smoker probably.
But why do it?
Why do it? Yes. I mean, the thing about, like, here locally, a lot of people don't realize this, but a lot of barbecue places, really they run gas. Really what they do is the old smoky, old hickory is what they're called, or they got I think it's called Southern Pride, maybe what's called. All that is a gas. When they go home at the end of the night, they run old hickory or a Southern Pride machine. What they do is it's run on gas. So what they do is put 3 or 4 pieces of wood in there. It burns that. They put the meat in. They put those 3 or 4 pieces of wood in. And after that burns off, it just runs gas the rest of the night. So that's how it gets its smoke at the beginning. And the rest of the night, it's just running off gas. And that way, when they come in the next morning, it's done. Because a lot of places, like even here in North Carolina, which is known for, pig and pork, the local laws are so strict on restaurants and local fire codes that they won't let them have open pits. Like, we only have one in Forsyth County, North Carolina. We only have one barbecue place that has grandfathered in to have a true pit, a live pit, like the old school days.
Oh yeah, dug
Now,
out. And, yeah.
yeah, like down in Texas and stuff, they still got plenty of them, or maybe their local laws are more open that you can have the old kind of fire pits. But
The old Salt Lick.
yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
A lot of places here in North Carolina, they're so strict that you can't do that.
Yeah, there's a place down in Alabama called Dreamland Ribs, and it's Dreamland Ribs that's some good
There's
stuff.
one of those just outside of Tuscaloosa where I went to pick up my pit, and they're known. You know, they're well known there.
I'm gonna tell you, if you go in and they're serving loaf bread and warm barbecue sauce and they're putting it on a paper plate, it's about to be good.
And a lot of people don't like it, but I like it. Is the white sauce they have there?
Yeah, that Alabama white. Yeah,
you put it on that chicken. I like the Alabama sauce, the white sauce on chicken.
I like that Alabama white, and I like the South Carolina Gold barbecue. I like that barbecue sauce too. But anyway, let's jump into this thing here.
Okay.
Maybe I'll get this right first time go. I don't know. Let's see here. This is going to be my initial time doing this. We tried something new today. Poor man's burning. Nah, that ain't the way I wanted it to work.
Nothing.
I don't think that'll do it either. That's what I had. Nope. All right, Mike, let's see here. I may just have to share my screen. Let's do that. So if I pull that up, it should be muting our mic, so you're not going to be able to talk to me. So that did not work the way I wanted it. Let me try this. I apologize, folks.
That's okay.
I'm a rookie. Here we go. Now we're good.
That looks killer.
Poor man's burning. It was good. Made with chuck roast. How'd they turn out? Come with me and we'll find out. Listen to those birds. First, you start by butterflying the chuck roast. Next, you rub it down with some yellow mustard as a bonding agent. Y'all like how that looks like a bird?
I've never seen somebody butterfly chuck roast though. That was the first time I've ever seen that. That was interesting.
This was my first time doing the poor man's. So I did some research, and this is what I forget which one it was I looked at. It may have been Oklahoma Joe's that was talking about doing it this way.
Okay.
And then I watched another video where they didn't, and I was like, oh man, I'm about to get beat up over this. But
this worried me because I came home and this is what I saw, and it looked like
it had a bird.
It looks like an eagle that's been filleted right there. I mean,
how great is that?
Oh, that's just some crow. It'd be all right. All right. Normally I use a homemade rub, but this time I chose to use the Salt Lick rub. This is very salt and pepper forward and not for the faint of heart. Now it's time to start the 6-hour smoking process. You want to smoke this at around 200 to 250 degrees and wait until the meat reaches a center temperature of about 195 degrees. Got to get that temperature up. I noticed that the pan was reflecting some of the heat and causing the temperature gauge not to rise properly. This is after 1 hour. Just right. So I want to be clear here. If your grill is pristine and clean, you ain't doing something right.
That's very true. If you don't have grease dropping somewhere, you're not doing something right.
That's seasoning, man. Oh. After hour 2. Yeah, Texas Pito. Yeah, I was using some hickory, and I like to get fresh wood, but I had to get some of that stuff that you get from Walmart or
Hour
whatever.
3, and she's starting to look right.
It's been a problem I've had with this grill to try and keep a hot enough coals going.
Oh my goodness! After hour 4, roll that beautiful meat footage.
I know y'all love the commentary in this thing.
Yeah, it's not corny.
Hour 5, we almost there, baby.
I wasn't able to capture hour 6, but after
I like
that,
this
we pulled
knife
that
you
bad
got.
boy off
This
the grill
knife.
and cut it into cubes. So actually that was given to me this past Christmas not with that cutting board. I should have used the other cutting board because the bat wing there was hanging over each side. But I have a big cutting board, and this knife came with it. It's a Hinkle, and yeah, it's a great knife. I use it for a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. I know that's blasphemous too, sharpening it over there like that, but
I've got mine right. I've got mine right next to my sink because I sharpen it right before I cut, and then I'll rinse it off, and I use it. I do mine inside. I don't go
Watch how
outside.
fast I can slice. I put them Ginzu boys to shame.
so I critique myself a little bit here. It needed to stay on a little bit longer, but we were under a time crunch. This was actually a 2-day process for me.
The next step in the process is to coat the meat with some apple cider vinegar as a bonding agent.
That's a new one on me too. Even though apple cider vinegar is near and dear to my heart, I've not seen that on the briskets, not on beef.
I wanted to keep it moist.
Moist.
Yeah, and because I knew
You said it was a 2-day process. So did you cook it one day and then finish it off the next day?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I was umpiring or something.
We
and
had something.
Yeah, I
We
had
didn't
something going
we
on.
didn't have a full day.
Yeah.
That second day.
No, it wasn't exactly the way I wanted to do it, but it turned out good. Texas Pito asked if it was tough. No, it was actually super tender. I was really impressed with it. I would do this again. There's a few things I'd change, but turned out nice.
He's asking us to.
Yeah.
Then we add the brown sugar. Make sure you get those hands dirty, get it all over every cube.
Chastity loves this part. Well,
You can't go wrong. You almost need some like 70s music. I won't say it right now since it's Sunday,
I know.
but you need some chicken down and a down down music playing right now when your hands rubbing on all of this.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
The finishing touch.
Hey, that's a good
Some
idea.
Virginia Cattleman's 80 proof.
And dadgummit, I ran us all the way back. Attaboy, Josh. Let me get her back where we was at. So I was wanting to answer Texas Pito here. That is a good idea, and I appreciate all y'all's input because I've been smoking meat and doing this stuff for a while, and I think I do okay. But I take advice, and using butter, that's a good idea to keep it moist.
Yeah, I use the butter, or the last one I did, I used beef tallow, or you can use the drippings back. If you put it up over a pan, you can use the drippings back into it.
Yeah. Y'all had mentioned spritzing with beef
butter.
broth and chicken broth, and and I'd never thought about that. And Texas Pito talked about Dr. Pepper, and man, that I want to try that.
I've never tried Dr. Pepper, but I've heard people use it. Yeah, I have.
Maybe for us, since we're over here in the Carolinas area, maybe we should try some Cheerwine.
Cheerwine, yep.
Some Virginia Cattleman.
Yeah, this was actually Virginia Gentleman's 80 proof barbecue or a bourbon barbecue.
80 proof bourbon barbecue sauce.
You have to buy that at a special store. I mean, is it really 80 proof?
No. I mean, they use 80 proof bourbon to make it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Which is
do
a
they
weak.
sell it
That's a
at
weak
grocery
bourbon.
stores, or do you have to get it at?
I bought that at Bennett's Creek. It's one of those
Yeah.
little concrete store
But they
markets.
don't
You know,
sell it here at like Kroger or anything.
I think you can get it at Kroger here. Yeah. Time to go back into the grill. We got a small fire lit in the smoke box. We've got charcoal underneath for direct heat. We're going to cook that at a barbecue setting around 300 to 350 degrees and let it cook under direct heat for about 2.5 hours. Stir the meat chunks around about every 30 minutes or so. Make sure that they don't stick. You don't want any, even though these are burn ends, you don't want them to really burn. You just want them to get a good, nice crust. You concur with that, Mike? The finished product. Oh boy, that's going to be some good stuff.
They look great.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised with them. This was only the third or fourth time I've ever done burn ends. We actually did it. The last time I did it, we actually did it with tri-tip, and it was good with tri-tip. Chastity's assessment of the poor man's burnt ends. What do you think?
Very good.
That's what
You heard it there.
That's what matters
Chastity
more than
says it's
anything.
very good.
It doesn't matter what TX says or what Mike says. It's what Chastity says.
Yeah, but I was pleasantly surprised. And again, I know there's some things that I would want to try or do different. And again, this is the poor man's version. And it's not really that now, it's just what you can find in the stores, you know, because
The only thing watching that video, and again, I'm trying to keep it real. What matters is what y'all think and what y'all feel like taste. I wasn't there to taste it. Nobody in this chat was there to taste it. So what you feel like tastes the best is what matters.
Yeah.
But watching it visually, what would stand out to me as somebody that barbecues a lot was how much white smoke I saw. And that was the whole name of my channel is Blue Smoke. But but that was, and I saw TX asked about about was you using wet wood or wet chips. A lot of people in the barbecue, I've seen a lot of people in the barbecue world, they'll say that talking about soaking wood chips and doing all this kind of crazy stuff. You don't ever, in my opinion, you don't ever want to do that. If you have a good clean fire burning, and I always use charcoal. A lot of people don't even do this. Like on my big smokers, my Santa Maria or my vertical smoker or my reverse flow smoker, I'll take a half a bag or a third of a bag of charcoal, put it in the bottom. I get a weed burner. I light that thing up, let it run for about 20, 30 minutes till it's nothing but white. There's no black showing whatsoever, because when you got that black showing, it's still getting off that white smoke.
Yeah.
And then you put your wood on top of that, let it run for another 20, 30 minutes. So I usually, when I start a fire up, my fire is burning for about 45 minutes to an hour before I even start cooking on it, before I put the first piece of meat on it. But that's when you try to get to that thin blue smoke or translucent smoke they talk about. But what matters is what it tastes like to you. As long as it tastes good to you, that's what matters. And if Chastity says, hey, that tasted great, it doesn't matter what we think or what anybody else says. That's what matters. I've done it before just like that, and my wife tasted it and she'd look at me and say, this is nasty. I mean, I hate to say that. And what they call it is, if you have what they call dirty smoke, it gives it a rancid, and you've probably had it before. If y'all have had it before, you can go in and somebody has a rancid taste to it, and it's because it's a bitter, it has a bitter taste to it, and that's because it's bitter or dirty smoke.
Yeah. And
I can usually go in and taste it, and I can say, well, did you use wet wood? Was the wood wet? Did it rain the day before and it wasn't covered up or something like that? You can kind of tell stuff like that. Yeah. People that do this a lot can even tell if you kept a bark on the wood or not. I mean, people don't really realize that you can tell that, but you really can if you do it a whole lot.
Yeah, it's kind of like if you get a mouthful of smoke on accident or something. I mean, that's the taste that I know what you're talking about, you know, because I've messed them up before. This didn't have that, but I was, because I was starting to run out of wood, and I was adding charcoal as I went, and I did a lot of things that I don't normally do. It did turn out good, but yeah, I was a little concerned because of the smoke color myself. But you know, it was what it was, and I knew I was going to post it out there. And again, it's all subjective when it comes to barbecue, and that's what I enjoy about it, because it is art. And I'm not a professional guy. I'm not professional with barbecue at all. So you know, I'm just out here showing that normal people can do this stuff and just jump in there and try it. You know, jump in, try it, give it a shot. And
that's how what barbecue is, and what works for one person may not work for. And also, like I said, different areas of the U.S. do different things. That, like in Texas, post oak is probably king of the woods.
Yeah.
Here in North Carolina, it's hickory and cherry.
Yeah.
Where I live, there's plenty of hickory, there's plenty of cherry, and you know, you can burn some oak too. But in Georgia, you know,
peach and pecan, apple,
pecan. But they, what's his name's made peach a big thing. What's his name?
You talking about Myron?
Myron Mixon. Yeah. I bought his cookbook. He's got a great cookbook out. I'm a big fan of Aaron Franklin. Aaron Franklin's one of my biggest. He's down there in Austin, Texas, with Franklin Barbecue. He's got a great book out called I think it's called the Barbecue Manifesto. Incredible book for about $20 is what it used to be. But he has a whole chapter on proper lighting your fire for your pit and keeping your smoke clean and all that kind of stuff. But he started out, you know, just basically in a garage in his backyard. What he would do is have people come over and give him $5 towards the beer. And he bought an old pit, fixed it up. And then next thing you know, he started making money off these every Friday and Saturday night parties where people were giving him $5 or $10 a person just to buy the beer. And he'd buy the meat, cook a barbecue, and they'd have a big party every Friday, Saturday night. Next thing you know, he's selling out every day, his restaurant.
Mixon. Yeah. Well, we're closing in on the end here. We're going to have to give Scott time to get ready over there with Kicking It Country. He comes on right after us at 9:00. So I'd like to give you another opportunity here. And Meg just dropped the link in the chat. What do you have coming up, Mike? And what do you want the folks to know about Carolina Blue Smoke?
Well, hopefully we'll get some cooking in here. That's one thing that's been hard to do, is get some cooking in. I've got to get I want to get the Santa Maria and vertical smoker back out of my garage. I've kind of, for the last year and a half, been doing a lot of pellet smoking on this Rec Tech, because that's kind of the hip thing now, or the thing that everybody's doing. And there's the videos for those have done really well, but I want to get back out and do the fire and wood and charcoal cooking. So I want to pull it back out, get some of those videos out. Want to keep continuing to do more griddle, since it's outdoor cooking. You know, anything to do with griddles or Dutch ovens, open fires, Santa Maria type stuff. I want to try to put one or two videos out every couple of weeks.
Hey, wait a minute, Mike. Wait a minute. You said Dutch oven. Are you talking about farts?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm big on farts, you know, so yeah, there'll be definitely some fart videos in there. Some beans. I need to do some beans on the cooker again. I need a video for that. Now that I got the fart machine over here, I could really put some fart effects in the video.
Go ahead, throw one in there.
Can I really add one in?
Yeah.
Go ahead, man. They were people.
Oh man, I'm gonna let it rip on you guys.
Yeah, Blaine had a comment earlier. He said, "Hey, wait a minute. That's the channel that does wet farts."
Oh man, well, I need to go back here. Hold on a second here.
Yeah.
There we go.
Let me give one, because one time I had Brenda and Tom on, and the whole show was them, you know, them getting farts, and I felt bad for them. But let me give them one more special one. There we go.
Oh. Yeah, there it is. Blaine said, "I'm new to this Luvy's channel. Is this the channel that lets those wet farts?"
Well, that's what we thought about changing our channel name to, was fart. Instead of food and travel, is food and relaxation travel. So FART.
Oh man, we just lost a subscriber.
Well, it is during supper time for them, probably at 7 o'clock down there in Texas.
Hey man, we appreciate it. Anyone here that's not subscribed to Luvy, which I'm sure y'all probably already are, but anyone who's not, go on over. Great folks, great people. We kind of look up to them and what they're doing, and we appreciate all the hard work you're putting in. And Mike kind of mentors me a little bit. We talk back and forth, bounce ideas off each other. I hope mine are of some use to you. But
Oh yeah,
we appreciate you, and we hope to continue to collaborate. I would like to, Mike, maybe after you get off your cruise in January, and we're able to go to Pig and Anchor as well, and maybe if Texas Pepito continues to go on Carnival cruise ships, little joke there, that maybe we can all get together and judge guys Pig and Anchor. I think that'd be pretty good.
yeah. I think what we ought to do is what would be fun is to do the next time. Yeah, after I try that in January, if we all go on a cruise around that time period, come up with a scorecard. And come back with a live event where we all give our scorecard, come up with a scorecard ahead of time, and then come up with a scorecard on what we gave Carnival on that.
Yeah, I think we could include Greg in that too.
Yeah.
I mean,
that'd be fun.
Yeah, I think that'd be good. And I really appreciate it. We're going to drop you out of the chat. You're welcome back anytime. Thank you so much. I hope you have continue to have a blessed and wonderful Sunday.
Well, thank y'all. Y'all appreciate it, and good luck, and thank you guys, and keep it real and keep going like you've been doing. Thank you guys. Y'all doing a great job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Have a good one. All right, so there it was. Hopefully we did not do irreparable damage to Luvy's channel. Hey, I like that, Texas Pedo. Hey, you know what? What a barbecue group cruise could be is we could come down to Texas with you and just float around on a pontoon and barbecue while we're down there. That's what we could do. I'm due to go back to, we went to San Antonio, and man, I fell in love with that place. I'd like to get back down there. All right. So again, we talked about dares. So what I'd like for you guys to do is to go on to our Facebook group page. Meg, if you'd be so kind, if you have time to do it, would you please drop our Facebook group into the chat? Go over there, and I will make a post. Drop us a line of what dare you would like to see placed onto the wheel. We'll call it the wheel of death. So whatever nasty shot you want to drop in there, whatever nasty dare you want us to do, drop it onto the wheel. Drop it into the post so we can put it on the wheel. And those spins, it'll be for a donation. We'll spin the wheel. If it's to take a shot, we'll spin it. We'll take the shot. All that money is going to go to Groovin' for St. Jude when we board the Carnival Magic. And there'll be a lot more information coming out about that. That will end up being a live event when we do the wheel spin and when we do the dares. So, but we have to build the wheel first. So no idea is too big, too nasty, or too embarrassing for us. We'll do it.
We'll do anything.
That's right. We'll do anything for St. Jude. And we're about 1 minute out here. Again, everybody that came in here, thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. Betsy from Beach, please come in here. Thank you. She came in on 2 wheels right at the end. But thank you guys so much for coming in. We really appreciate it. Thanks to Mike Lovelace from Lovy's Fat Life and Carolina Blue Smoke. Go over there and like and subscribe. We talked about Texas Pedo. If you're into barbecue, that's another good channel. Go over there and check him out. No matter what Josh Hallstead from Adventures Ahead says, Texas Pedo is a good dude. Yeah, hey, I'm down, Troy. Meeting Memphis. So Troy, I think it was Troy that sent me the Mint competition. That'd be a cool meetup too. But thanks, you guys. I apologize, Blockbuster. They're going to be pissed.
Yeah.
We ran out of time. I apologize, guys. We didn't get to the free cruise sponsorship from Blockbuster, but
we will next time.
Dadgummit, I hope we don't lose sponsors. But thanks, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming in. Sorry about that. Texas Pedo has an Instagram, not a YouTube channel. So thank you for correcting me there, Texas Pedo. But appreciate you guys. Love each and every one of you. Thank you for coming in here, spending time with us. And we will see you guys next Friday for Fermented Friday with Grandma Sandra Crow.
Tomorrow, our premiere.
Oh, yes. So tomorrow, I don't have it posted yet, but we'll probably premiere. We'll work around everybody's schedules that are doing things on Monday. It'll probably be an evening premiere, but we're going to premiere the photo shoot with Gunner Wayne. You're not going to want to miss that. And I'll tell you what, that's what we're going to end the show with. Thank you, guys. We love you. Bless up, bless out. Moonlight Adventures.
Bye.
We out.
Oh, nothing better than the wind whipping through my hair in a jacked up golf cart with Sir Josh. Oh my goodness. Also have the lady Chasidy here with us as well. I never thought this day would come. I never ever thought this day would come. But here we are on our way to do a photo shoot. I'm about to be the world's largest crater. And my generosity for this opportunity is through the roof and all the way up into the star. Oh, slow down there, Mr. Josh. But my generosity is galacticity, galactical.